Well, when I first started business was 1985. So there was no such thing as a accelerator program. We weren't even known as a startup. There's no such new word. It's a new word, right? In the last 10 years. So but I was lucky in the sense that my business partner was a very experienced businessman and helped me quite a lot. Especially when you're young. I was just 24 and a half years old when I started my first trading business. So I think the mentor helped quite a bit, right, in terms of giving advice and stuff like that. Well, like I said, none of it existed. But this nowadays, I think the entrepreneurs have a lot of help. I think it's fantastic. But then it's also the business environment is also much more sophisticated. Right, and without this help, it can be a bit more difficult. If I look back 30 years ago, there was less competition, less graduates, less business types, less things to sell. Everything was in a smaller kind of economy. So, but then the economy has grown so much and it's gone so globalized, right? So, I think if you don't have these kind of programs, it'll be a bit more difficult for the young entrepreneurs to start. So these coach and grow programs are fantastic. To me, it's very, very good. I think it's as typical as most consumer brands. You need a proper business model for the brand, getting the right price points and stuff like that. So the success of Silkygirl, I think, is more due to the fact that it's a brand properly conceived. It was a good idea, great positioning. Especially when we started in Malaysia, it was a price point product, right below Maybelline, which was the market leader, and we were comparing also with Avon, which is in direct selling. And if you look at Avon and Maybelline, they are very strong in the Malay market. So, which is the biggest market, in terms of color cosmetics for the mass. So we were right there with them, and we were just below Maybelline. I think the price point and the quality of the products, that's great, plus great marketing. I think we had a very good brand management team. We know what we were doing. Very experienced people from Revlon, from L'Oreal, join us, and we were one of the only local brand that could compete with the international brands. So when we are successful here, we took it to Singapore, we took it to Indonesia, and that's how we become more of a regional brand now. I think the most important thing is having a good business model, right? Knowing what you're doing in your industry that you intend to get into. If you don't get your business model right, it will be difficult from the day one when you start off, when you kick off, right? So if you got to get it right from the beginning. Then it's still a tough fight, but you have a better chance of surviving. So that's to me maybe seek out. I think like coach and grow programs. The more experienced people can have a look at your business model, give you some proper advice, so that you don't make the silly mistakes. That we tend to make. In the beginning of the business. And when you're young. Hi, I'm Thiam Hock, founder of Silkygirl Cosmetics, which is owned by Alliance Cosmetics Private Limited, and you're watching Cradle TV.